Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. We take to the court now to talk some regional netball. The 21st edition of the Jean Pierre Caribbean Youth Netball Tournament set for the 6th of April to the 12th at the Garfield Sobers Gymnasium in Wilde, Barbados. 6 teams are set to compete, including the hosts, along with Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, and Trinidad and Tobago. The tournament starts on Sunday, and here are some of the early matches. Sunday sees the defending champions and host Barbados up against Antigua and Barbuda, followed by Dominica against Grenada at 7:15 local time. Then on Monday, Grenada play TNT, Antigua and Barbuda face St. Lucia, and Barbados will be up against Dominica. So some schedules there of the opening 2 days of the 21st Jean Pierre Youth Caribbean Netball Tournament. Now, as we look ahead to the competition, we are pleased to be joined by the president of the Barbados Netball Association, Dr. Carmita Duglin, via Zoom, and also coach of the Barbados Under-16 netball team, Cameron Greenwich, who is on phone. Let me start with Dr. Duglin. Welcome to the SportsMax Zone, not your first appearance on this show. Can I ask you first, 5 days before the tournament starts, 4 days, about the country's readiness to stage Dr. Duglin?
Yeah, let me first say good evening to everyone. It's really good to be on SportsMax again. And I would say that we're pretty much ready, just a little finishing touches, but we're hoping to have a wonderful tournament for these young people, and not just netball, but we're making it very holistic. So we actually have a Breakfast Leadership Summit, we have a tour, we have a church service. So it's going to be a very, very holistic few days, and we're looking forward to hosting this tournament.
Yeah, well, I know that the Garfield Sobers Gymnasium is a fabulous venue to stage something like this, and Barbadians, whenever they host regional tournaments, come out in their numbers, and because it's enclosed, the resonating sound of the home fans will register big for the home team. As defending champions, I'm going to ask the coach a question on this shortly. But as president of the association, how satisfied are you that things are looking good for the home team?
I am satisfied. I think we have some height, we have some speed, and I think the girls are all excited to win. They're not underestimating any team, but at the same time, they want to continue that winning streak.
All right, Cameron.
All right?
Yeah, Cameron, winning streak, yes, because you've been champions 3 times in a row, going for 4 now. So Barbados on a roll in this tournament. Coach Greenwich, can you talk to me first about the strength of your team? I saw the Barbados team being put up, and I'm almost sure I saw players there who were playing from 2023, like Ciara Small, Dia Ford Haynes, Kanisha Cox, and Kiana Hart.
Hi, good evening. We're strong across all 3 thirds. The names that you would have just identified, they're not listening anymore. They've moved on to the under-21s and the senior team. Going forward, though, I think because we have been fortunate to have returnees this time around, and having 4 who are back from St. Lucia last year. So I've been able to build a relatively strong unit around that 4.
Yeah, can you talk to me quickly, Coach, about the team's preparation? Because I know the official netball stadium court is at Waterford, isn't it? But if the venue for the championship is at the Wilde Gymnasium, have there been familiarization training sessions at the tournament venue to make your team feel comfortable when the tournament starts?
The loss of a stadium, it didn't really affect us. I've been able to use a school where I assist, the Lester Vaughan School. So we did the majority of the preparation there. Coming into the month of March, I approached the board and told them I think that we needed to have the girls familiarizing themselves with the surface. And so we've been using the play court the last couple of weeks.
All right, this one now, this question is for Dr. Carmita. Can you talk to me about the series of events that will be up for show? Because I know it's not only one thing. You have an opening ceremony. You have a lot of activities in store for all the different countries that will be coming to Barbados. So can you just give us an insight into that?
Sure, of course. We started with a reception. We're going to have a reception and candlelight ceremony, and this will be held at the Accra Beach Hotel. And I must say that is going to be exciting. We have a 360 photo booth. You know, we have Tuck Band and Mother Sally, and so that's going to be the full works. And I think the young people would really enjoy it, and the adults as well. So that is the reception. The next morning, we're having a church service. And usually all of the players, everybody goes to the church service. So we want to start out with that, you know, presence of God in the tournament. So we have that church service. And then in the evening, we're having the opening ceremony. And we have our cadets on board. So, and then we also have some of our young primary school players who will be leading on the teams. So we're expecting, you know, to have a really fabulous opening ceremony at the Wilde Gymnasium. And what is also so fascinating about it is we have a project in the schools where we are trying to target the secondary school children to invite them out to come and support this netball throughout the entire tournament. So we've dropped the fees for them, and it's only $15 for a season ticket. And we have been doing promotions in the schools. If you sell the most tickets, you know, you get some free tickets and you get some giveaways, etc. So, you know, that is supposed to be fantastic. Yeah. And then throughout the tournament, we have 2 or 3 games each evening. And we have some more entertainment throughout we have DJs, we have entertainment. And then the closing ceremony will be on Saturday, and we have more entertainment again. So throughout the entire tournament, it's going to be exciting. So we're inviting everybody to come out. And it's also going to be live stream. So, I mean, if you're not living in Barbados, we want all the Barbadians to come out. But if you're not living in Barbados, you can still tap in. We will send the link. We would share it on our IG and our Facebook pages. So you can still see everything that's happening if you're not living in Barbados. Yes. If you're in Barbados, we want you to come out and support.
Right. Sports and entertainment sounds like the perfect matchup, and you know, yes. I'm hoping that the Barbadians can really come out and support the youngsters. This one is for Coach now, because Coach, I saw the teams that will be visiting. I'm Trini, so Trinidad and Tobago will be a part of the setup. You have Antigua and Barbuda, the St. Lucians, Dominica, and last year the final was Grenada versus Barbados. Which team, Coach, do you think will be your biggest opponent?
Let's be honest, I don't foresee any. The last 2 years, 2023 and 2024, it was Grenada and then Dominica. This time around, based on what I know that the Barbados team will produce, I'm going to be honest, I'll put it out there that I don't see any.
Yeah, hear you loud and clear, Coach Greenidge. Let me ask Dr. Duglin this one. How do you feel about Jamaica's continued absence from this tournament? For a long time, the Young Sunshine Girls dominated, but for a number of years now, their participation has been inconsistent, some would say non-existent in recent years. But how do you feel about that, and what does it do to the tournament and to netball in the region?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's doing anything to netball in the region, but we were hoping to have Jamaica here. I was actually going to add that in, that, you know, we wanted to beat Jamaica. So, and my coach, he's adamant that if Jamaica was coming this year, we would have beaten Jamaica. So we really want Jamaica to step up. Not only Jamaica, but some of the other countries. We know it's an expensive task, and everybody seemed to be just focusing on the seniors. But we need to work with this young developmental squad. So we need to get them playing more games that they can continue to move up. So in terms of Jamaica, I did speak to the president, and she promised me that Jamaica would have been in Barbados. but circumstances did not allow it, and therefore Jamaica is not here. But I still feel confident that if Jamaica was here, we would have had a really good showdown with Jamaica.
Yeah, for sure. I guess at this stage we'll never know. But Doc, thank you so
yes,
much
we will never know.
for joining us. We'll be keeping close watch on this tournament. Always really good to follow it throughout the years, and we'll continue to do that here on the Home of Champions. And all the best with the hosting of the event and with Team Barbados as well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Lance, Mariah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good tournament, as you
I
just.
didn't say bye to Coach Greenwich.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Coach is still on and he's laughing.
Coach, thank you very much for joining us, Coach. We'll chat again.
And good luck, Coach.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think Barbados has every right to feel confident that they'll be champions here, even though in the past 3 years that they have won, teams like Grenada and St. Lucia have offered, some sort of resistance, but they appear to have prepared really, really well. And it's good that they can be celebrating the kind of dominance that they now have as 6-time champions of this tournament. As you mentioned, Ricardo, Jamaica have won the tournament 12 times,
Yeah.
Yes.
but they have not played in this tournament, I think, since 2018. 2018. So I know that usually in a year when they have a world tournament, because of finances, they channel all their financial energies into that, and they have the World Under-21s in Gibraltar coming up in September. So that's the reason financially why Jamaica is targeting that and not the Barbados.
Yeah.
But
Under-16s.
quickly, Lance, I'll be looking closely at what happens in Gibraltar, because we saw that Under-21 Sunshine Girls team against South Africa, they were outplayed. And one of the reasons given was the lack of netball being played at the under-16 level. COVID was given as a main reason for that. But I'm thinking here's an opportunity to correct that, and it's not being taken. So I'm watching closely, because development is important. And yes, you have stars at the highest level, but if you're not carrying players through at the lower level, then sooner or later you'll have an aging playing population, and that will mean poor results.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens. Again, the Jean Pierre Caribbean Youth Tournament starting in Barbados this weekend, and all of the teams gearing up for some good competition. We go to break. We have some cricket to talk about pretty soon, and a lot more to come on the zone.